Hi, Robin. How are you? Okay, guys, I'm just going to get started because this is just a morning message. Use my little, move my stuff out the way. I normally do pull the cards and then go over the message, but while I was meditating this morning, I kind of decided, you know what? Let's just go live because I was getting downloads while I was meditating, and it was just like, a lot of people don't really understand how their actions affect people. And a lot of it is because a lot of people are in like a self-love, mode, which is great. People are starting to take better care of themselves. But as you take better care of yourself, you still have to understand that in life, the world doesn't revolve just around you. And so, although you're taking good care of yourself, you also have to be mindful of how your actions of you taking care of yourself do affect people, because sometimes it can affect a person in a very negative manner, and you didn't do it intentionally, but it happens. And so I just wanted to see what the cards would pull out while that was kind of what the energy was this morning while I was meditating. And just kind of go through the cards as they come out. And then you guys can see my process, and maybe it'll help you understand how I operate and how I've gotten to this place in my life. A friend of mine told me about my inner peace, and I got to this inner peace through communication, through these cards, through spirit, through, because these cards, whether you want to believe it or not, they're a divination tool, and they're not to be taken lightly. They're not something to be played with. They're not something that you don't not hold it with some weight. It's some weight attached to it because you are connecting to another realm. You are connecting to a higher level for guidance. Everybody has free will. So that's why the cards are guidance, because you can see what they say and decide on your own whether or not how you want to handle what's coming your way, because it's all about energy. We are energy. And it's just about understanding how the spiritual connects with the material, and how you bring the two together for balance. Life is really about lessons and balance, guys. At least that's what I'm finding. That's the journey that I'm on. I really feel like I'm here because I want to help people. I want to help people find their purpose. I want to help people find their path. I want to help people find balance in their life. Because if you look at the world today, just sitting back and watching anything, you'll see the imbalance. You'll see, on one perspective, a lot of hate, and then on another perspective, you'll see a lot of love, and then on another, you see all this discrimination, and it's just a series of effects based on how people operate in their own world. So let's just get to the cards and see what they have to say. So the first thing that just popped out is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, again, that's about partnerships. Twos are about partnerships, and again, this came out before and I get tongue-tied on it because it's like the number two, like two, a pair. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, and there's the Empress. So it's just kind of making me understand that, sit in my Empress energy, which is like, I can do this. This is me getting out of my comfort zone, because I don't normally share this side of me and how I operate. But I do it because I think sometimes I'm misunderstood. Sometimes my actions may come off as disingenuine, hey, or they may come off as harsh because I might say something a certain way. But when I talk to anybody, I really come from a place of love, because that's who I am inside and out. I operate from a heart space, and when I speak to you, even though the message may not be as loving as you like, it's truth, and it's what I see, and it's hey, and it's I want the best for you, so I'm going to tell you what I see, and how it comes out is truth, and just what I see. Now you take it for what it is, and you roll with it for what it is, and there's no hard feelings if you totally disagree with what I say. Again, people are people, and they're going to have their own opinions. So again, I'm just kind of going through what my daily readings would be, but I'm doing it as a collective read. So the first card up was the Two of Wands, which talks about the world, and it talks about partnerships, and it talks about, in this case for me, just because it's the first card and it's overall energy, it's making me think that it's about how we look at the world and how the world is viewed from so many different perspectives. And it doesn't mean that one perspective is right over another. And the next card that comes out is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is usually when, as you can see in this card, there is a person looking off into the dark, and they're looking for this cup that's missing. And it's like, what is it? What's missing from my life? What am I looking for? What am I waiting for? What is it? How do I get that last cup? Like, that's your dreams, because you see it's up in the stars, it's up in the it's in the sky, and it's in the dark, which means that you can't see it, but you want to see it. You want to know how to get there, and the way to do that is how you look at the world in conjunction with yourself. Who's your partnership with? So, and you see, this is like going from light to dark. It's like what we see versus what we don't see. And with that coming into conjunction with the number 2, and 8 and 2 is what? 10, which is completion. A lot of people don't understand how astrology and the Bible and all of these things, they intertwine with each other. And hey, Amanda, I am learning that as I grow, as I go on this journey, as I go on this path, and I'm sharing it in hopes that other people will just start to kind of look at themselves. It's not about me. It's about the bigger picture of how do you see yourself, and what do you see for yourself, and what kind of partnerships you form, and what kind of things you do, how you treat the other people, the other partnerships that come in and out of your life. Because some of those partnerships are made to help you get to that cup that's in the sky, but you can't see it because sometimes you're so focused on self. And again, it's like you have to find the balance. Like, yes, you want to have self-love. You want to focus on yourself, because that's how you know how to let people, how far you will let people go with how they treat you. You know what I mean? Like, when you know self-worth, when you know your self-worth, you know self-love, and you know who you are, and you know whose you are, and you know what you represent, you know your value, you know all of those things, then you learn through self-love to put up certain boundaries when people want to come at you a certain way. And when you have those boundaries in place, they don't have to be like unbelievably harsh and unbelievably mean and unbelievably rude. They can be balanced. You can say, you can kind of compartmentalize on where people fit in your world and where people fit in your life. And you don't have to do it in a negative manner. What else does the collective need to see? Oh, so the next thing that comes out is the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles talks about partnerships. And again, so we're going from like 2 to 3. You know, we're talking about your partnership with 2. And then you want to add 3, which is where you're starting to involve other people in your world. That means like you have to look at things and people, not only for who they are and what they show you, but also look at how and why they are in your life. Are you supposed to build something with them? Are you supposed to connect with them on another level? Are you supposed to do other things with them for a bigger, better picture of not only you, but them? Are you supposed to work together? Like, what is that? How do they fit in your journey for your your 9 of Cups, actually, because you want to go to 9. You actually want to get to 10, which is completion. So again, just looking at this and thinking about how people go about life, you got to look at your partnerships and your relationships. How do you treat those relationships? Are they giving to you just as much as you give to them? That is, again, goes back to self-love. If you know who you are and you know your worth and you know your value, then you're okay with giving to a certain situation as long as it returns the favor. It's about reciprocity, which again is a big part of the Bible. Reaping and sowing, reaping and sowing, harvest time. All of these things go back to the Bible. And, you know, when you get into like religions and things of that nature, everybody might have their own book. But when you look at the basic concept of it, in some way, shape, or form, it leads back to one. It's just a matter of how they were taught it. You know, people come from different walks of life. And I respect that. I respect that not everybody has the same belief system. I don't think that that's why we were put here. We were put here to seek a higher realm through our way, through what helps us become connected with the different realms that come with spirituality and things of that nature. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, and so this is the 5 of Cups. And so 5 of Cups is lack. It's like a lack mentality in emotions. It's like I don't want to say it's disconnection, but you're not, people need to understand that there is a positive light. We've always been shown the negative. With the news, it's always negativity. It's more negative than positive. And in this world, you see a lot more negative than you do positive. And we have the choice on whether or not we want to feed into that negative or if we want to transmute that energy into a positive. Because if you look at this, yes, 3 cups are knocked over. They fell over. They're empty. But there are 2 cups that are still full. So it's like you have 2 cups that are still full. You have the opportunity to turn it around because everything is not lost. Everything isn't lost when you're going through life and going through change. You know, yeah, you got to lose some things to gain some other things. You got to drop some relationships because that's the way new relationships come in. You have to understand that you can't have everything and expect for everything to go hunky-dory all of the time. That is not how life works. Life is about change and how you respond to change, not your reaction to change. And what we see in the world is a lot of reactions to change instead of responses to change. I can use myself as an example. I used to look at the things that I lost from either relationships or friendships, or, you know, people who took advantage of me and all of those things. And I had to look at myself like, okay, well, I allowed it because I wasn't loving myself. So again, I had to go into a self-love mode and understand my own value, my own worth, so that I can be the positive reflection that I want to show. I can flip and not be in a state of lack and loss. I can be in a state of abundance. I don't have to feel like I'm alone, because I'm not. I know that I always have a connection with spirit, and I know that I have the people that are in my life, they are in my life for a reason. And I cherish that. And those people that walk with me, they know me. They took the time to get to know me. They took the time to want to understand me, you know? And so those are the people that I want to keep around me, because they're going to keep pushing me. They're going to keep me in growth, and they're going to keep me out of lack. Because they're going to check me on some things, and I shouldn't be offended by it. I should listen to what they say and then respond and not react. You know, I'm not going to agree with everything they say because I have my own thought process, but at least I can acknowledge that they're coming to me most likely because of a place of love. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords talks about, so swords are about your truths and things of that nature, your intellect. So Nine of Swords is about worry, like over worry. Do you see like the mental anguish that this person is sitting in their bed and they're just mentally like, what am I going to do? That again speaks to how you deal with change. How do you deal with the things that are going to happen that you have no control over? A lot of people spend that time worrying about the things that they cannot change. They can't. Some things are just not meant for you to be able to change. I can't make a red light turn green when I want it to. It is on its own system. It is on its own clock. It is on its own path. Those are the things that I'm saying, like, we worry about the things that we cannot change. If the government shuts down, there's nothing we can do about the government shutting down. If they are going to hold on to this check, that check until this date, we can't do anything about that. But we can respond in a manner of, okay, we know we're not going to get this check until after this date. So that means we need to manage our money a little better up until then, or make do with what we have until then. You got to find ways to understand how to stay on your path, how to stay grounded, and not worry about the things that you cannot change. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to do a soul's journey. Hey, sister. I seen you on there. I just was in the middle of, channeling. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? It's my first live shuffling. So I'm kind of excited. I will post it. I didn't know if I was going to post it, but I think I love the message. Oh, this is so awesome. All right. So what comes out is the Six of Wands. And this is like my victory card. And a lot of people's victory card, because you know that you're going to win. If you take the time to work on yourself and take the time to change your mindset from a lack mentality to a positive, I'm on a path, I know I have purpose mentality, then you get to win, because you're no longer trusting in just yourself to do it. You start trusting in the universe and the laws of attraction and the things that come together through change. As you change and as your mindset changes, you start to pull in the energy that push you further in a positive direction, because you're no longer focused on what you lost. You're focusing on what you want, what's in the dark. You're starting to go inward. So when you're doing your self-love journey, you have to go inward. You have to keep asking yourself, why? Why do I do things this way? Why do I think like this? Why did that affect me so much? Why am I mad because they said that to me? Why? Ask yourself why until you can answer yourself clearly. That is when you start understanding who you are as a person. And that is when you understand how to keep moving forward, regardless of the change that comes with being on earth. Things evolve, things change. You have to learn how to go with the flow and not worry about the things that you cannot change. Not worry about the cups that spilled over, because there's 2 cups that you're not looking at. And you see the water in the background? It's choppy. You want to be on the smoother side of the water. That's going with the flow. Okay, we'll do a Soul's Journey because I love the Soul's Journey deck. It helps me to really reflect on my path. I've started to really embrace my path. I've started to not worry about, the things that I don't have control over. Because I know that I'm not in this walk by myself. I know that I'm surrounded by angels and awesome spirits that guide me to where I need to go. And if that doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. But that's how I roll. All right. I was just being very honest with you. And look at what came out. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect the truth from myself. And that's what this message is about. Being honest with yourself about who you are and standing in your truth while also being mindful of, yes, I can stand in my truth, but I don't have to be offensive and hurt others in that process. Some people might get hurt because they're just straight on a negative vibe. But, you can't control that. All you can do is be honest, be who you are, be the most respectful you can be, and walk in your light and walk in your truth and be happy with who you are. And know that as you keep in that mindset, as you keep in that walk, good things come to you. All right. I don't even know what you said. Say it again, sister, but I don't even know what I said. It's so funny. Like when I'm in this mode and this mindset, it's like I'm tapping into another dimension. So it's like, I don't really know what I said. I have to go back and watch it, which I will. What's at the bottom look at the bottom of the deck. Spirit kept saying, look at the bottom of the deck. Look at the bottom of the deck. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. What we just talked about. People do have their own unique path and challenges. It's just, the point is, don't be so absorbed in self-love that you forget that you don't want to come off and offend the people that want to, you don't want to offend the wrong person. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know who's coming your way. So don't be so absorbed in self-love that you forget that the world is still moving. You have to be able to operate in learning yourself and understanding yourself and loving on yourself. But at the same time, when you're applying that self-love and you're applying these boundaries, you do it in a way that people won't be offended. You know what I mean? Because you're just speaking it truthfully. You're being honest. Yes, living in your truth and accepting your truth. Yes, exactly. That part. Yes. I think that's it, guys. Oh no, let me get you a color. I know my sister's on here, and I know she loves the color cards because one of her favorite colors is in here, and it means so much more than what the color itself is. And I think I'll read it from the book too, sister, just because you're on here. All right, Spirit, what does the collective need to see? feeling like it's this one. It's Ruby. It's Ruby. All right. Rejuvenate your body. You can't make this shit up. It's energy. I felt that. So it says rejuvenate your body. So let's see what rejuvenate your body is. And it's the number 8. So the number 8 is about infinity. This is something that you have to do continually. You should rejuvenate your body on a regular basis as needed, because that is part of loving on yourself. I'm just looking for the book. It's a trick. They don't want me to read it. Okay, here we go. But I am going to read it. Number 8. Number 8. Rejuvenate your body. Ruby is the color of dynamism, rejuvenation, and strength, increasing your stamina and filling you up with energy and enthusiasm for life. It is the color of prosperity, courage, achievement, and motivation. Ruby also encourages shy people like myself. I know my inner circle knows. They're like, what? Shy? Jannie? Not shy. No way. But to come out and do something like this publicly, yes, very shy. But I'm out here though. I'm already out here. It's already live, and I am going to post it. I'm not going to not post it. Ruby also encourages shy people to come out of their shell by building confidence. Use Ruby light to feel truly alive and dynamic. Shake your right hand for 30 seconds, then rest it for 15 seconds. Shake your left hand for 30 seconds, then rest it for 15 seconds. Then shake your whole body for 30 seconds and rest it for 15 seconds. Repeat these steps 3 times. Now rub your palms of your hands together for 40 seconds. This exercise helps you to warm, awaken, and rejuvenate your body. Visualize ruby light moving through your body, cleansing your blood and stimulating your energy. Become aware of what it is like to feel truly alive. You might even decide to wear a ruby pendant or to hold a ruby crystal to strengthen your body and motivate you for success. Divine healing intelligence. Please release all pain, stress, and tiredness and infuse my body with healing, rejuvenating, and revitalizing energy. So, I didn't mean to throw the book. Sorry. I didn't mean to throw the book. So, rejuvenate your body and walk in being alive. Good, positive energy. Fresh start. Every day is a fresh start. Every day you wake up is a new day. It's a chance to correct what you may have feel you did wrong. And don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You're learning. It's life. You're meant to learn lessons in life. You're meant to make mistakes. You're meant to grow from those mistakes. So, all right, guys. That's it. I have work now that I have to get done, and I have to post the next post, the awareness poster from my students for today. But you guys are already liking me on this channel. I think I'm going to start doing more of this on YouTube. So I'm going to ask that you all push to help me build my YouTube channel, which is the realist_216. It's the same. I'm trying to keep them all the same, so make it easy. But I love you guys. I want everybody to have a blessed and beautiful day. And we'll come back and we'll do this tomorrow. I don't know if I'll go live, but I'll at least do my morning message tomorrow. Love you guys.